All right, I have 5:30. So I'm going to open our public hearing of the June regular meeting of the Norwich Historic Commission. I'm going to dispense with the prelims here, the welcoming remarks, because I think I have a audience that's heard it too many times as is and knows the rules. Feel free to speak anytime amongst yourselves there, but keep it on mute. No. And so we have three COAs on the docket here. And since we only have Regan and Dane here to present one of them, we'll start with that. I've got COA 524, 67 East Town Street, reconstruction, new construction, perimeter, and other. Take it away, whoever lost the coin flip.
We didn't flip a coin, but I'm just gonna assume I lost it. So since I submitted the letter. So we as I did attach pictures for references too. So I'm happy to take any specific questions that any of the commission members have. But our driveway to 67 East Town is a shared driveway that intersects between 71 and 69 East Town Street. So technically the area where we park our cars is semi-visible to the public right of way. So I think that this certainly falls under review from that sense. We have currently a crushed stone parking pad where we park our cars directly behind the Lathrop Schoolhouse. And we'd like to pave that to make it much easier to park the cars as well as shovel snow. Shoveling crushed stone is not pleasant at all. And it's more in line, I think, with most of the other neighborhood parking areas. Most areas, at least that I see when I take a walk around, are paved, or at least they have pavers of some sort. So we'd like to pave that parking area, make it look very nice, and then remove the existing arborvitae trees that are there and that are adjacent to the parking pad, which gives us a little bit of privacy at the top. We want to replace those arborvitaes with new trees. They're very sparse right now. They don't provide a clear wall of coverage, but I want to replace them with new arborvitaes that are much more attractive looking. And I believe I attached an image of what those trees look like too. Excuse me. So with the new plantings, the paved pad, and the other thing was an installation of a very simple split rail fence to kind of go in between the parking area and the trees, just to give a little more of a finished landscape aesthetic. Like to probably add some perennials or some ornamental plants to make it look nice down the road. But does anybody have any specific questions about it?
I'm not sure about the file I got, Dane, but I only have half a picture in mine on page 4. So does anybody else have that, or did?
That's where mine ended also. It was the
Same.
highlight of the arborvitae.
I see half a picture of an orange square and nothing else.
Oh, that's strange.
I think it shows a little bit of a fence behind it that you're replacing, but to me, other than the pad itself or where the crushed stone is, I think I understand what was going on there.
Okay. Is it possible for me to share my screen then to show the file?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, please.
Okay, one moment.
Let's see if we can use some new technology. We haven't. Look at this.
Hey, Dane, while you're doing that, just for reference, I do not have a paved pad in my driveway, but I wish I had one for exactly the reasons you were saying.
Yeah. One moment. I'm trying to bring it up.
Less for shoveling it, mine is for a snowblower. Sounds like a machine gun going off if I try to bring the snowblower through.
You've broken 3 of our windows.
Do I have to?
Kidding.
Do I have to let anyone share? So I'm sharing right now. Do I have to release? I don't know. Or are you able to find something that says, please take the,
Yeah,
Sure.
one moment. I'm still
I-
bringing up the file.
okay.
I think maybe on Zoom, do you have to like give them permissions or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see anything here.
How about now? Do we see that?
Oh, yep, there it is.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry it didn't come through all the way. I'm not sure how that happened, but let me just scroll down here to the first picture. Everybody sees that orange box?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where the existing trees are located. You're looking at the Crutchstone parking area. That's my vehicle there. Regan Parkster is right next to me. So the area that you see, which is on our property line, not excluding the shared driveway, we'd have that stone removed and then pave over that. Those trees would then be removed and replaced with trees that look like these.
Mhm.
We have there's some other ones in the backyard that are existing that are identical to these trees, so they'd all be consistent. That's the rear view of the current trees right now, looking the other direction. And then up
Dane,
here is the split rail fence style that I'd like to put between the trees and the parking area, again, to further demarcate the end of the parking pad and our backyard.
Hey, Dane, does your property go right up against the brick building?
It does. There's the handicap walkway up there. So when we would be installing the driveway, we don't want it to affect any of the structure of any of the schoolhouse structures. So we would be mindful of that.
Wow, that's kind of a weird property.
It
for a
is.
schoolhouse.
It is. In fact, I don't even. This is irrelevant to the discussion, but the property line on the other side of I don't even know where it begins. I at least know where these ones are.
Okay.
Welcome to ye ancient. Oh,
But we actually found the pin by the garage. We did find my father-in-law found that, so that at least confirmed that area.
Is that your garage there, Dane, or is
That is our garage, yes.
So Dane, you're taking down those fluffy ones in the orange square and replacing them with the ones in the picture you showed us.
Yeah, replacing with these ones
Okay,
here.
cool.
Yep.
Deer resistant, the new ones?
Deer resistant, yep.
Awesome. Because those deer are a pain biting off those lower limbs.
I haven't seen any deer where we are now, but yeah, they'd be deer resistant.
Fantastic.
They're around there. I see them.
I see them up on the hillside.
Yeah.
Behind the,
Are you going to pave over to the garage too, or just where the car is sitting there?
Just where the cars are sitting.
Okay.
Yep.
you're going up to the garage, correct? On one side and the house on the other.
Yeah.
This
And is there any other questions? Any other pictures I can show again?
one-
No, that was perfect. Thank you, Dane.
Yes. Again, sorry, I didn't know. I'm not sure how the document didn't come through all the way, but at least this worked out. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
okay. All right. Hearing no other questions. Thank you for the presentation, and you guys hang on. We're gonna hear what's gonna happen in the later part of the regular meeting. All right. I'm going to ask if there is anyone here for 12 Elm Avenue, that's COA 523. They are looking for an electric, and the application shows that the contractor was installing or upgrading from 100 amp to 200 amp. Hearing no representative, I will follow on to COA 525. That's 17 Huntington Lane. That's Campbell Roofing, and they had had another previous COA back in January of 2022. And I think while they had the roofing already approved on the main house, this one was for now that they were going back over to the cottage that's on the property. I think they thought it was covered, but when they tried to pull a permit, City of Norwich, building planners, and get approval first to the COA. So they have a contractor all set. Same material, asphalt, like material for like material. So it's a architectural asphalt shingles to match the house that's going to go on the cottage. That was provided to me either in the COA and on the street corner, talking to Pam. So hearing no one here, I'm going to close the public hearing, 5:40, and open up the regular meeting. And our first items here will be actions on the COA. And we're going to do I know Nancy, you've got to cut out here shortly, so let's do COA 524 first, because I'm sure Dane and Regan are going to have to abstain. So I'll entertain a motion for COA 524. That's for 67 East Town Street.
Motion to approve is written.
Motion by Jake. Any second?
I'll
I'll
second.
second it.
Second by Nancy. Okay, I'll open it up for discussion. Greg F, or you're just shading your eyes?
In my eyes, it's been a long day.
All right,
I thought
I'm
maybe you were
sorry.
waving too.
yeah.
Hi, everyone, yeah.
All right. Hearing no discussion, we'll take this to a vote. Greg Barlow,
Aye.
Greg Johnson, Nancy O'Neill,
Aye.
Jake Stahl,
Aye.
Dane.
Now, the other two, leave them out.
Nod your head if you abstain. Yeah, they're abstaining, and I vote aye.
I
So COA 524, 67 East Town
So you know what they're gonna do now.
is done,
Be all right, won't hurt anyone.
is passed unanimously.
Yeah, on the street.
I will send the paperwork out tomorrow to the city and to you guys. Congratulations. All right, we will go back and go to COA 523, 12 Elm Street. This is the electrical 100 to 200 amp. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to pass it as presented.
Motion by Dane. Do I have a second?
Second.
I saw Cam Greg Barlow wave to me first.
I'll give it to him.
I'm gonna give it to him. All right. I'll open this to discussion.
Just one thing I noticed is curious because I haven't seen them done in other places around here. They put the wires in a big conduit going up to the top. Is that?
Mine is not, and I had updated mine to 200 amp also. It was outside. I don't know if that's a new regulation or anything like that. Probably is a little bit better because I do get leakage if you don't pack the where it eventually hits the meter box.
Yeah.
And in it, I have gotten water down into the electrical. So
Yeah, I just got curious because we've had several of these come up before the commission lately, and I haven't seen any of them, the other ones do it that way. So it's kind of curious.
The only thing I would add, Tim, is just in our notes back to the homeowner, maybe we could just specify if they could, try to paint the piping to match the color of the house, just to make it less obtrusive, and then I think it makes sense.
I know we don't have that, but we can make it sound like, hey, we're approving it and that paint. It looks like the same
Okay.
I've got on mine, universal khaki and full skein.
I think we've told everybody else that same thing. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll take it to a vote. Greg Farlow? You're on mute.
Mute. Aye.
Greg Johnson, Nancy,
Aye.
Jake,
Aye.
Dane,
Yes.
Regan.
Aye.
I say aye, unanimous. I will add the paint in the approval letter. And notify them tomorrow. And that leaves us COA 525. This is for 17 Huntington Lane, the roofing, like for like. I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve it as presented.
Motion by Nancy. Second
Second,
by Dane. I'll open up for discussion.
I think she's doing pretty much the same thing as we already approved on the other building. It's
Exactly.
like for like, so I think it appears to be in order.
I think it was, again, just the diligence of the building department that stopped her, because I think whatever the overall permit that they pulled before had either expired when they got occupancy, and now this was something new.
But when did we approve the other COA?
It was, she submitted it 1/11/2022, so I'm assuming it
Oh,
was
yeah.
for that,
So that would have been expired for this other roof anyway.
correct. Correct. So, any discussion? Hearing none, I will take a vote. Regan,
Aye.
Dane,
yes.
Jake,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
Greg J,
Aye.
Greg F. And I vote aye, unanimous. I will make that notification to the building department and to the Campbells. All right, that takes care of our COA action. Next, we have approval of the what would that have been? May meeting minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
I move we approve the minutes.
Motion by Nancy, a second.
Second.
Second by Jake. Anyone have any addendum or updates to it? Everyone read it?
Did read it. Yes.
Okay, good. And if
That
no-
looked okay.
Yeah, as long as no one has any updates,
Mhm.
I will go for a vote. Greg F. He's reading it now. Maybe not. You're on mute, Greg. Okay, I saw a hand raised.
Aye.
Aye, Greg Johnson,
Aye.
Nancy,
Aye.
Jake,
Aye.
Dane,
Yes.
Regan,
Aye.
and I will abstain since I wasn't here. But in spirit, I was while I was down in Aruba. I did read them also. So,
Oh, good.
all right. Meeting minutes are approved. So please, Catherine, throw the draft off of that and submit those. Chairman's report. Again, I'm never sure where this goes before with new business or anything, but I did see something about the budget, Norwich budget being approved. I have a call into Deanna. I thought it was approved. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I don't know, Regan, if you've heard anything else, but I did leave a voicemail with Deanna Rhodes because I'm assuming we are still under her oversight, correct?
Mhm.
So if I hear anything more, I think the most important part of that is to make sure we get Catherine her stipend, and then we will try to use up the other monies on the other things that we have here, whether it's mailing and or historical prizes,
Sweetie,
restoration.
you want to say hello to everybody? Come here.
And not to get a new visitor.
Get up. Come here. Get up here. Stupid dog.
Okay. While we're doing that, I also saw a couple emails on from the Dan Coley from the planning. Is he planning, Regan? Coley, yeah.
He's the building inspector.
Building inspector, but it was about the demolition of couple properties, 233, 235 Central Avenue, which abuts, Fifth Street. Good point. I don't know what we would have necessarily. I don't know what we have, officially of anything like that. They're not asking for our permission or anything. It's not in our district, but I like the idea of taking pictures of it beforehand. And we did have a couple pictures there. I don't know. He didn't really send them or where. That must have been in one of the emails. So maybe that was the extent of the pictures he was going to take. I'm not sure, but at least we do get to record any of that for later on if we ever needed it for some reason. And in old business, that's all I had for chairman's report. From old business, because I did read the meeting minutes. I know Greg J, you had brought up about follow-ups on COAs and properties, and I know Regan, you had responded while I was away. I'm not sure which COA you were concerned about, that they may or may not have been addressed in the 6 months, or that was to Greg J. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the COA number was, but it's the house there at the corner of Scotland and East Town Street and Washington Street Extension that we'd approved. They were doing the driveway. They wanted to do the new retaining wall in the driveway.
Yeah.
And they used just cinder blocks on that. And supposedly they were going to face that over with like with stone or fake stone.
Mhm. Okay. All right. I will look back at that. I hadn't, to be honest, hadn't looked at that. That was at the steps down into the underneath of the decking, correct?
No, it's not really under the decking. Is the driveway comes straight in off of I guess it's still East Town Street at that point. And then on the left, if you're looking at the house on the left side of the driveway, there's like a retaining wall, and then there's steps going down into the yard. And they also put in like a planter off the side of it.
Okay.
So
All
there's
right.
nothing in the planter but dirt, but
Yeah. To be honest, it's not ringing any bells about any of the facing on that wall. I don't remember what the overall construction was, but I will go back on that one, double check. So and if anyone else has any concerns on other ones, please let me know, and I will. If I don't follow up on my own accord, then please let me know and I'll make an effort. Like I said, I don't know if we go to all of them or not necessarily, but that's probably a good one since it's right in your face if you do goes drive by it. And then on the other old business, I still haven't heard anything from the bed and breakfast, Marco Middleton's Lothrop Manor. They had their cease and desist, and I haven't seen anything. I know they
Would you go ahead and I'm gonna leave now.
they were still doing I think they're getting ready for a foreclosure on that one. One of the 3 products that she has.
Just
are-
shut the lights down upstairs.
the one up at the top of
don't have to shut
Mediterranean,
that down
that's going to
Oh.
foreclosure
I have
auction.
to scoot away.
I think
Bye.
mid-July.
All
Bye,
right,
guys.
bye, Nancy.
Sorry. Bye-bye. Okay. But just when you're.
Sign off.
Well, they cleared out the one on Washington.
Okay,
Every piece of
thank you.
furniture and every item was cleared out of Washington Street and put in a storage locker. And my understanding is they auctioned it off already.
Yeah, I think that auction was like June 1st.
Correct. Yep.
And so they still have electricity turned on because they've got some lights highlighting the work that they were stopped doing. So at any rate, don't know if we take any initiative on that, who we would get in touch with, if we would get in touch with anyone, but they certainly are not. They're on the building department's list, so I'm not sure if they wait until after the foreclosure, we're going to see something come in to say, we'd like to fix this. Okay, now let's do it right and put the cedar shingles back up on it, so. And I believe that's all I had for old business. I don't have any new business. Does anyone have anything to add in? Hearing no new business, even if it's not new business, I'll give last nickels to everyone. No last nickels. Our next meeting, I think, should be July 19th. I'm gonna do a hybrid meeting again, just because I enjoy coming down here and gives me a chance to go over Billy Wilson's. Next month, I'm not gonna buy the first round at Billy Wilson's, so, but you're all welcome to come down.
Well,
Surprised to
what's
do
the
it.
incentive?
Say again?
What's the incentive if you're not buying around?
Well, I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
date- What's
All
the
right,
date again?
I will buy it. It's gonna be July 19th, 5:30 hybrid meeting, so anyone that doesn't want
Okay.
to come, it'll be Zoom, and Catherine assumed that I believe it's already on their list to set this up. We've got a very nice room here. Here's the attendance.
All your friends are there?
All my friends are here. So nothing going on. I'm just very thankful that this meeting didn't occur on Juneteenth Day with any of the other city meetings that apparently were held. But at any rate, June 19th or July 19th, excuse me, is the third Wednesday. So
We'll be there.
all right, hearing no other last nickels, I'll take a motion for adjournment.
I move to adjourn.
Dane
Second,
and second by Jake. All in favor,
I'll
say aye.
third.
Say again.
I'll third.
We got a third from Greg Barlow. All in
Aye.
favor, say aye.
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 The meeting is adjourned. Thanks, guys.